The real estate market, especially these past few years in West Michigan, is intense. The things that has always set them apart from others is they take charge from the moment that you get started with the transaction. They work a transaction from start to finish for a buyer or seller, whoever you're working with, the same each and every time. They take it and run point. And what I mean by that is you've got so many hands in a transaction and so many variables, and it's stressful for buyers and sellers and whatever else. Michelle and her group have the connections in place. They communicate, they guide you through, and I can't recall a single time in all the instances that we've worked together where a buyer and seller didn't walk out of the transaction pleased with how it went and laughing and happy and stress-free. And that's unique. Again, the industry right now is tough. The market is tough. People who don't do this for a living don't. Sometimes we forget that they don't see it and have a perspective that we do. The time and effort it takes to make sure that everybody gets to the closing on time and in one piece, it takes a lot. Michelle's been doing this for, gosh, I don't even know how many years. Myself personally, I've been doing it for 17 years. I've only known her for probably about 5 of those. What's remarkable about her though is she takes her team and spends the amount of time with them that she does to train them up in the right way to do business. I mean, these guys are pros. They couldn't have a better mentor, and in an industry where it's more often than not, I mean, you're driven, you're individually goal-oriented. She is giving. She gives to her team, and she consciously takes on newer agents and trains them up. And to devote that much time to bringing up new agents who, again, need a lot of hand-holding, but training them up on the right way to do it, and just the amount of time it takes to do that is remarkable. Ideally, you go through the transaction and people are like, oh, well, this was so simple, this was so easy. It wasn't. No transaction these days is that simple, is that straight? Right. They don't know the issues. They don't know what's popped up because we're identifying them up front. You're communicating it, you're taking care of the issues so it doesn't get to, they got enough on their minds, a buyer or seller, they got enough on their plate to try and figure out school districts and switching the water on and off and this and that. There's so much that they have on their plate that what's great about you is you have the perspective from their point of view. You don't have this big, macro perspective of, not being able to empathize and put yourself in their shoes. And it's, again, unique. That attention to detail and trying to keep it just simple for everybody and have them walk out of the transaction saying, wow, that was so simple. When we know it wasn't. We know it was a race to the finish, but again, the fact that we can convey that to the buyers and sellers and have them have that feeling walking out, that's a win.